All right, noswaith da. Welcome in. I'm so pleased to see so many folk turn up for the live. That's always a great comfort. So, yeah, I'll give you a run through of what we're going to do. So, I've kept it to beginner level Welsh. To be honest, that's what I teach as beginner. Okay, so it's a nice, easy way to call the Elfennau, the elements. And I don't know, I mean, obviously you must be interested in calling the elements, or you probably wouldn't be here this evening. So quite likely you've already called the elements before in your lives. Hands up if you've already called the elements before in your life. Excellent, good stuff. Cool. So I don't really have to explain all of that part. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll spend about half an hour, 45 minutes doing that. Just to a point where people are like comfortable with the words in the mouth, until it's not. Honestly, it's much easier to do this in song, but we're not always singing when we're calling the elements, so I haven't done that this evening. But hopefully we can just get comfortable with it. And as I say, you'll have access to the replay. The replay will go out to everyone, whether you've come live or not, so you can watch it again. You can go through the language again. You can take like little screenshots of the presentation, which you'll see in the minute has like the Welsh, the English, and the phonetics. And then after we've done that, we'll call the elements in together, and we'll go into a ritual meditation. So this is like, I've been doing these for, some years now. I have brought a candle with me, but obviously if you have one to hand, happy days. If you don't worry. I just like to light them at the end regardless of what I'm doing. So I've kept this one quite basic. Well, I'm saying that my setup is actually quite complex, but I'm just not going to go into it because it would it's like opening a whole nother can of worms. And that's not really what we're here for on this occasion, but maybe another time. And then we're going to go into our own mythic landscape within, and we're going to go on a bit of an adventure, and we'll do some invocations, and there's a little bit of tapping involved, so I don't know if you've done that before. Everything is optional, or everything's suggested, I should say, but you have free will. You do whatever feels comfortable, and if you need to change it. And also the other thing I would add is not everyone is visual. So if you struggle with actually seeing images in the mind's eye, you can just engage all of your other senses instead. So it's things like smell and sound, and maybe you can hear songs in your head, And what else was I going to say on that? Yes, it's sort of a trust the process thing. I'm not going to go into the thing now because then, expectations build and your mind interferes with the process then. However, that said, if I'm saying one thing and your intuition is taking you off somewhere else, go there. Yeah, your intuition knows better than what I'm saying to you. I guide. It's not like a hard and fast, like you have to, don't pull yourself out of some other vision because you're not where I'm talking about at that moment. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Yeah, okay. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, let's crack on. So I'm just going to get my presentation thing out. Here it is. So everyone can see me. Hang on, there's people in the waiting room. See, I knew this would happen. I'm just going to let them in and then I'm going to crack on. There we are. Welcome, Susie and Lisa. So I'm just going to pop over to the presentation screen. See, this is how I have to do things. So I'm inept. There we go. How do I get rid of this thing in the middle of the screen? Oh. Do I just... I'm starting to get upset. Here we go. Okay. Can everyone see the writing on the page? Give me a thumbs up. No, is it covering? It's okay, is it? Okay. All right, because I can't seem to get rid of this black box, so we're just going to move on. Okay. So, this is Galwr Elfennau, so calling the elements. Involved with this is also calling the direction, but it just didn't have the same ring to it if I put that in there as well, so that's all that is. But we will be calling the directions with the elements. So I think the best way to move forward with this is to do a sort of call and response thing. So if you mute your mic, because I find it gets all crackly and we start talking over each other. So if your mic is muted, and I just want you to repeat it at home, and every now and then I'm going to stop and we're going to go through some feedback. So if you're struggling with a particular word or a line or something like that, then we can talk about it intermittently. So we'll do call and response, and then we'll have breaks for questions and to go over words. Okay, so gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, with love and gratitude. This is the first line. So everything we do, love and with gratitude. So on the right column is the phonetics, so you can sort of read that in your head and just say exactly how it sounds. So gyda cariad a diolchgarwch. So I've broken that last word up a few times because it's quite a long word. So diol, and the ch is like if you're trying to clear something in the back of your throat, and like, you know, when you get a hair stuck in the back of your throat, and so that's that noise, okay? So diol, diolch, gar, u. Yeah, so we've got lots of ch in that one. Diolch garwch. So I am over pronunciating, so you get the idea. You don't actually have to do it that intensely, but that's how I'm doing it, just to get the point across. So, call and response. Gyda, gyda. Cariad, cariad. A. Diolch garwch, diolch garwch. Gyda cariad a diolch garwch. How are we feeling? Yeah, we're good? Let me just, I think there's a chat box on here, so if you're struggling with any words at any point, you can pop it in there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick sip because it is warm today. All right. Call and response one more time on that line, and then we're going to go straight into the second line. Gyda cariad
a diolchgarwch.
a diolchgarwch. And then the next line is I call on the east and the wind. So dwi'n, dwi'n galw, call, galw. Dwi'n galw ar dwyrain, ac ar gwynt. Dwi'n galw.
Galw ar
I think somebody's got their
dwyrain
mic on, just a heads up. I can't see your name, it says iPhone, I'm sorry.
I can't mute
Are
it.
you on the phone? I know, it's so hard on the phone, isn't it? It's like you've got to minimize it. So if you minimize it, there's like a little microphone button on the bottom left. I had this exact trouble in my class last night. I was on my phone.
I'm fluent Welsh, so I don't need to pronounce it. It's fine.
All right, okay.
Sorry,
Well, you know what?
quiet.
That's fine. You stay unmuted then. That's cool. Okay, so gyda cariad a diolchgarwch. Dwi'n galw ar dwyrain ac ar gwynt. Okay, so the third line, ar holl, so this means and all, A'r holl doethineb. This is wisdom. Doethineb. Chi'n dal. You hold. Chi'n dal. A'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Alright, we're going to take it from the top, just on this one. And what you're going to find is it repeats anyway, so this keeps it beginner friendly as well. So only the direction and the element actually change in the verses. So obviously this means, you know, when you're walking around the corners. So from the top, gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar dwyrain ac ar gwynt, a'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Sorry, I have two versions of this and I almost said the other one. A'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. So let's go straight into the next one, because we're going to find we're repeating it now and you're just going to be trying out the different elements and directions, okay? So, gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar de, south, de ac ar tan. It's fire, tan. So when you see the little, it looks like a little roof above the A, it basically means you're extending the sound. So tan becomes tan. And that's what that little symbol means. A'r holl doethineb sydd ganddi. Nope, chi'n dal. Sorry, I said the other one. It's force of habit, my bad. Chi'n dal. So I'm going to go through that one again. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar de ac ar tan. A'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. So next verse, so we're moving into the west and water. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gorllewin. Gorllewin. So that double L sound, if you place the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth just behind your front teeth and then blow air down the sides of your tongue, that's how you're going to get the sound. So it's not quite an S. You're not blowing through the tip of the tongue, you're blowing down the sides of the tongue instead and doing a sort of face. I exaggerated that for effect, but just so you can see it. It's a okay. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gorllewin ac ar dŵr. So there's that little roof again. So instead of a dŵr, it's dŵr. A'r holl doethineb sydd chi'n dal. Stop doing that. Next verse, moving down. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gogledd, north, ac ar daear, earth. A'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. So we're going to do one more call and response moving through, and then I'll check in with you guys if there's any words or lines that you want to go over specifically, and then we'll do another go through, and then if everyone's happy, we'll actually get into our ritual space, okay? So, run through first. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar dwyrain ac ar gwynt, a'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Next verse. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar de ac ar tan, a'r holl doethineb sydd chi'n dal. Next verse. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gorllewin ac ar dŵr. A'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Next line. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gogledd ac ar daear. A'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Alright, I'm going to maximize you guys a minute. I'm just going to check in with you all. So, on the bottom of your screen, there's like a raise hand. Or you can just raise your hand, but I can't see everyone. So, is there any words or lines that any of you are struggling with at all? Do pronunciations on the right match the words? So the furthest to the right, that's like the phonetics. Is that what you meant, Susie?
Can you hear? Okay.
Yeah.
The second verse where you were pronouncing the D-A-A-E-A-R tan. If you look at the pronunciation over on the right, it didn't line up for me.
Oh, hang on. Oh my goodness, you are right.
Oh, thank you.
No, you are absolutely right. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to put like 2 A's so you know it's an extended sound. Does that make sense? So, de, ac, ar, tan. Tan. I have to check the other ones now. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's happened there as well. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, you guys. In a second.
Well, Suze was the only one who was paying attention, clearly. The rest of us just go la la la.
Well, I think these ones are more for like afterwards when you want to go through there and there isn't someone telling you how to pronounce it. So you get the oral teaching as well as like the writing as well. Gosh. Yeah. There we go. There we go. I can't believe it's done that. I'm so sorry. It's because I duplicated the verse and then didn't change the bloody thing. Is everyone okay with the double D sound? Are we all good with that one? So double D is like making the TH sound, but instead of just using A, you use your voice as well, so you add your voice to the TH sound, so becomes th, and that's what the double D. So like on gogledd, that's a double D sound, that's the TH with the voice. There we are. Yes, that's better. Good catch, Susie. Oh my goodness. Is there any other, I've lost you now, where's the screen gone? There you are. Is there any other words or any lines specifically you'd like to go over? We're okay? Alright, we'll run through it one more time and then I think we can go into our ritual meditation. So if you have headphones, you're gonna get the full effect with the binaural beats, so I do advise headphones, but you can also do it on the replay, so you know, it's just if you can. And if you have a candle and a circle of salt, please do. Always encouraged. It doesn't really matter this evening if you go anti-clockwise or clockwise, because we're doing a little bit of release and bringing in, so it, you know, it's whatever you feel called to, I would say. Okay. From the top, gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar dwyrain ac ar gwynt, a'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar de ac ar tân, a'r holl doethineb sydd chi'n dal. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gorllewin ac ar dŵr, a'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Gyda cariad a diolchgarwch, dwi'n galw ar gogledd ac ar ddaear, a'r holl doethineb chi'n dal. Okay, I think if nobody else has got any questions on that, you can obviously go through that on the replay. And because of Susie's good catch, you also now have the good phonetics. So yeah, I think we're set for that, and we can actually move into the ritual meditation portion. So if you want to turn your cameras off, if you want to have your eyes closed, if you want to lie down, anything like that really, I might actually turn my camera down onto my candle, because I do find I like to close my eyes as well, even when I'm guiding this, and I'm kind of in there with you, you know, spiritually speaking. So let me just maximize this and turn off the screen share. How do I turn off the screen share? Oh, here it is. So I don't want, nope. I do want to share the sound. I don't want to share the screen. Oh, goodness me. More. Okay. Am I right in believing, everyone, that I'm just going to test the sound before we begin, because I wouldn't want it to mess up in the middle of. Has my screen share gone? And can you hear music gently in the background? You should be hearing that in the background now, especially. It might be more difficult if you're not wearing headphones, but if you're in headphones, it should be there in the background. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, well, never mind. Right. So I just want you to begin by taking a few deep breaths in. And I want you to use the full capacity of your lungs. So what I mean by this is sending the air all the way down into the lower abdomen and allowing for the chest, the belly to rise, and then the chest should follow after that. And this is generally how you know you're using the full capacity. Nice big deep belly breaths. Taking some of the deepest breaths you've taken all day. And full body exhale, maybe giving an audible sigh, really allowing the body to begin to sink into the space. So I'm just going to take a moment here, and if you can, but don't fret if you can't at this particular moment, just calling in the elements. directions into this space. Gyda cariad a diolchgarach, dwi'n galw ar dwyrain ac ar Awen, ar gwynt, ar holl dwythineb, chi'n dal. And then turning to the south. Gyda cariad a diolchgarach, dwi'n galw ar de ac ar tan, ar holl dwythineb, chi'n dal. And turning clockwise again into the west. Gyda cariad a diolchgarach, dwi'n galw ar gorllewin ac ar dŵr, ar holl dwythineb, chi'n dal. And turning clockwise again to the north, gyda cariad a diolchgarach, dwi'n galw ar gogledd ac ar ddeal, ar holl dwythineb, chi'n dal. Awen. And we're just going to take a moment here and do a little scan of the body, fully arriving into the space as the elements and the directions settle in with you. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just releasing any tension you feel in the top of the head. Moving down the back of the head, releasing any tension behind the ears. Relaxing the brow and the eyelids, letting go of the jaw, relaxing the tongue. Keep breathing deeply now. And relax. Allowing for the body to release any tension in the neck now. And allowing for the shoulders to drop away from the ears, releasing any tension between the shoulder blades. Relaxing the chest and the heart space and the back of the heart. Moving down through the spine, releasing any tension here as you release any tension in the ribs and the back of the ribs. Relaxing the belly now. Taking a deep breath in and full body exhale. Releasing any tension in the hips and the sitting bones now. Moving down through the thighs, releasing any tension in the knees and the lower legs, and all the way out the feet. Relax. And just taking a few deep breaths in here, using the full capacity of the lungs. Now I want you to go ahead and visualize or feel now roots growing from the points of contact you make with the ground or the seat beneath you. Allowing for those roots to grow deep into the earth, through all the layers of the soil, all the layers of rocks and the pockets of water, anchoring you deep and safe and held by Mother Earth. You have nowhere else to be now, nothing else to do but be present in this moment, right here, right now. Allowing for Mother Earth to hold this space for you. Allowing for the elements, the Elfennau, and the directions to come into this space with you, fully supported and held throughout this time together. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just visualizing or feeling a light that begins to glow in the center of your heart space, in the center of your chest, and the center of your being. Maybe this is a particular color for you. Maybe it glows and flickers like a flame. However this shows up for you is perfect for you. You notice and feel how this light begins to glow, spreading throughout the body, filling up the whole body now. And as you take a deep breath into this light in the center of your heart space, and you exhale, pushing this light out just a little bit further now. And just holding space here in complete safety of your heart space. And you know that fully rooted and fully connected to this heart space, all messages, all experiences are delivered with compassion and with love. And when I count back from 3, you will be placing your awareness in the center of that light, in the center of your heart space, in the center of your being. And we will begin a journey downwards through the body, through the base of the spine, and into a place that you have been before and you will visit again. 3. Allowing for your awareness to soften now as you place yourself in the center of that light, in the center of your heart space, in the center of your very being. Taking a deep breath in and allowing for your awareness to move downwards through the body now. Following the line of the spine and taking a deep breath into the solar plexus. Allowing for the body to soften as you continue a descent downwards through the body into the sacral, taking another deep breath in here. 2. Allowing for your awareness to move even deeper now as you find yourself arriving in the base of your spine and greeted by a doorway, a portal. And you may recognize this as somewhere you have already seen in your present life on this earth. Maybe a space in nature, a hollow tree or a cave, a place where the veil is thinnest. And 1. Noticing any details around this doorway, around this portal. And I want you to go ahead and step through this space now. As you step through this space, and your body begins to grow heavier, your awareness softens even more. You find your feet on solid ground, noticing how it feels. Maybe you're on cool grass or soft sand. Maybe on the marble floor of a great temple. Just want you to take a moment to notice your surroundings now. Feeling the air on your skin, any sounds on the wind. And you know that you have arrived in your own unique inner temple, a place of complete safety within the veil, where you can connect with your higher self, your spiritual guides, or even your own subconscious self, in complete safety, where all messages here and experiences are delivered with compassion and filtered through love and the heart. And I want you to notice now the sound of trickling on the air. You feel the pull of a sacred spring. Beginning to walk towards the sound, noticing any other sounds on the wind, maybe birds or music. As you walk, feeling the ground beneath your feet, you are walking towards a beautiful spring with a pool. And you feel the overwhelming urge to submerge yourself in these waters. Keep breathing deeply and relax as you begin to move towards this sacred spring, stepping onto the edge and noticing that the water is heated. This isn't any spring. This is Sulis's spring. She is warm and inviting and courageous. You begin to walk into these warm waters, feeling the warmth spread through the body. And you see that just on the edge of the other side of the pool there is a beautiful waterfall, steaming from the heat. And you feel weight beginning to lift from your body. As you stand underneath this waterfall now and allow for these waters to cleanse in, around and through you, feeling any and all cords or attachments being gently released and returned to their original state. Maybe you even see in the water. I want you to take a moment here and just repeat out loud, if you can, if your mic is off. Vahid yw Vahid. Vahid yw Vahid. Vahid yw Vahid. I am now ready to fully release, revoke and rescind any and all energy that is not mine to carry. And so it is. Beginning to feel even lighter in this water now. You begin to move through the water and back to the edge of the pool. And you notice as you begin to climb out of the crystalline waters, you appear to be dressed differently now. What do you find yourself wearing? Noticing any details, any colours, how the fabric feels. As you examine these new garbs, you can hear the sound of gentle crackling fire on the wind, and instinctively know to follow the crackling sound through this inner terrain. And you know that at the end of this path, you know you will find yourself. You will find a woman and her cauldron, moving closer and closer to the sound, feeling the ground beneath your feet. You begin to see yourself moving through a great stone circle. There are many rings of stones, like a forest. You begin to glide your fingers as you touch the stones you pass. And when I count back from 3, you're going to see clearly the woman and her cauldron in the very center of this stone circle, in the very center of your inner realm. Taking a deep breath in. 3. Allowing for your awareness to move deeper now. As you feel the grounding and comforting sense of an old friend, allowing for your body to soften, for your mind to soften, as you begin to move through these stones, moving towards the center of the stone circle. 2. Noticing how your body begins to feel warmer now as you approach the great cauldron. the warmth relaxing the body even further as you prepare to receive the divine inspiration that lives within your very being. Guarded by Cauldron herself, an endless cauldron of inspirational Awen. And one, standing before this woman and her warm, large, bubbling cauldron, what do you notice first? What does this woman look like to you? Noticing any feelings that arise, any images or memories in the mind's eye. Keep breathing deeply and relax. You are safe in this space. And you notice now that this woman is making a scooping motion with her hands above the cauldron, watching with awe as she conjures from the depths a beautiful golden apple. And I'd like you to take a moment here and just invite into the space whatever represents for you your true creator self, your higher self. Maybe they appear as another version of you, or a light, or just a feeling. But inviting them into this space now with this woman, this golden apple and this cauldron, in the center of this stone circle, in the center of your inner temple. And when I count back from 3, your higher self, your true creator self, is going to place the golden apple above your head. And as they do so, I'd like you to raise your hands to your collarbones or your hips, whichever is more comfortable for you, and begin to tap the apple down through the body into the sacral. 3. Taking a deep breath in now as your higher self, your true creator self, places this golden apple from this woman, from this cauldron above your crown. And you begin to tap this golden apple down through your crown, just gently tapping at a pace that is comfortable for you. Allowing for the golden apple to move down through the crown, through the third eye and the mind's eye, moving down through the body, through the throat and the back of the throat. Taking a deep breath in. 2. Allowing for this golden apple to move even deeper now through the body, moving into the heart, in the back of the heart, taking a deep breath in here. And allowing for the apple to move even deeper now. Taking a deep breath in. And moving into the solar plexus, taking another deep breath in. To allow for this gift to move down even deeper. And 1. Allowing for the golden apple to take root in your sacral now. Taking root in the pelvic bowl of the body. Paying attention to any images, sensations, or feelings that arise. And as you continue to tap, I'd like you to say out loud, if you can, the following. Vahid yw vaheen. Vahid yw vaheen. Vahid yw vaheen. I am now ready to fully embrace the true creation energy that I carry in my sacral. I now fully trust my intuition, and I vow to take action on the very next intuitive feeling I receive in my time-space reality, because I know there is no greater wisdom than that of true creation energy. Awen, Awen, Awen. Taking a deep breath in now into that golden apple, and as you exhale, just fully immersing in that Awen. You can pause the hands here, taking a moment to give thanks to this woman and her cauldron, to give thanks to the stone circle and the land that holds this space within, giving thanks to your true creator self or any other spiritual helpers, giving thanks to the Elfennau, to the elements, for holding space today. And taking a deep breath in now, I'd like you to begin to retrace your steps through this landscape, back through the stone circle, across the land you walked, hearing those sounds on the wind once more, moving back through the spring, giving thanks to the waters for their cleansing energy, giving thanks to Sulis and her ever-burning fires within. Taking a deep breath in as you arrive back at that doorway now. And when I count back from 3, you'll move through the doorway, through the portal, and back into the base of the spine, moving upwards through the body. Taking another deep breath in here. 3. Allowing for your awareness to soften now as you step through this portal, through this doorway, and back into the base of the spine. Moving up through the base of the spine and into the sacral. And I'd like you to take 3 deep breaths in here. Full body exhale. And one more. Beginning to allow for some physical sensations to return to the body. 2. Allowing for your awareness to soften as you move up through the body, back into the solar plexus, taking another deep breath in here. And 1. Fully arriving back in the center of that light now, in the center of your heart space, the center of your being. Taking 3 deep breaths in here. And as you do so, just slowly allowing for physical sensation to come back to the body. Wiggling some fingers and toes. And if you have a candle, this would be a very good time to light it. I seem to have misplaced my lighter. Isn't that just typical? Oh, here we go. There we go. So this is a really nice time to sit with the flame and reflect. I always find the flame is a beautiful place for reflection. I've gone with yellow today if you're interested, because we have really strong Gemini energy at the moment, and most of my rituals are led by the astrology. So yeah, it's always better to swim with the tide than against it, right? So I'm going to put that down. So I'd like to open up the floor a little bit for anyone who would like to share their experience, any weird goings on, or sometimes it's just like talking about it for a moment afterwards, explaining what happened. It's a bit like a dream, you know, if you don't tell someone or write it down. I can see you writing, Gail. I know, look at your quill. I mean, this just delicious.
I'm so extra. I'm so extra.
I love it. No, I love extra. Yeah, so if you're not writing things down, or if you just like to share if anything came up for you, if it helps, I'll do a quick share first. I did not know Sulis was going to turn up. So I just thought I'd mention that. So usually about an hour before is when I get the solid, not solid, but the steps of the process of the ritual meditation. And, you know, the cauldron, you know, the implied Ceridwen, you know, that was all planned. But Sulis just sort of turned up there. So I don't know if any of you guys have been working with Sulis recently, or has maybe somebody here needs to, I don't know, but she came in and she wasn't having none of it, so she was included. So that was a little bit extra that I wasn't expecting. So how about you guys? Do you want to like put hands up and then I can call out just so we're not talking over each other? Is that okay? Does anybody want to? You don't have to, but would anyone like to share? No? Oh, that's okay.
I'll go for. I was going to try and put my hand up, and then I didn't know how to do it. I'll always talk. Oh, it's down the bottom, isn't it? I should know that. Can you hear me all right? Because I've got headphones in, so I feel I feel unmuffled. It was really intense. Very. I guess I had no expectation, but it was still unexpected because there wasn't really a theme, but lots of little themes, which is why I've written it down because I will forget. So when I entered the water, there was a baby version of myself, which was quite intense, actually. So it was like releasing, I guess, some things that I've been holding onto since, a very small child. So that was a bit of a shock. And then there was some blue flames as well as I was traveling, which again, very unexpected, not something I'm familiar with. So that's probably a rabbit hole I'm going to go down later. And then Ceridwen turned into me, actually. So I anticipated her being there because you said the cauldron, and I was like, but it was me, but like a purer version of myself. So nothing clear, but lots of messages, I guess.
Yeah, lots of symbolic stuff going on there.
Yeah, it feels like it. So yeah, pretty intense. And then I've got my feather pen.
Well,
which makes me writing it down even better.
Well, it does, to be fair. As soon as I saw that feather moving, I was like, I need one. Yeah. Oh no, thank you for sharing that. That sounded quite deep. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's what was I gonna say? I always find like like meditations always lead on to other meditations because it's like, okay, now I need to know what that meant.
Exactly.
But for you, Gail, and for anyone else here as well, if there are anything that comes up that you'd like to talk about, please do feel free to message me afterwards. It doesn't have to be a public thing, and I don't do these sorts of like ritual meditations and then just be like, off you go, like I'm here if you need to talk afterwards. Okay, I just wanted to let you all know. Yeah. Did anyone else want to share like anything that came up for them, anything unexpected or expected?
Hi. First of all, I'm sorry, I cannot get my camera to work, so apologies.
Bless you. It's all right.
I'm not a mysterious person. I all the way through, from the start to the finish, I had a strong sense of an owl following me.
Ooh.
And that's it came out of nowhere, really. I haven't been I can't think of anything that's just, but there was this just strong, almost like, when you can kind of see something out to the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
It was like that all the way through.
Wow. Little
A,
guardian.
a guardian, a guide. I don't know. Blood Awydd, I don't know. But I just had this sense of this a small owl, just kind of, yeah, it's just on the periphery of my vision, all the way there and back, which is, so I don't know. I don't know what that was all about.
Oh no, that's really cool. You should look out for like extra symbology over the next few
Yes.
days. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you might find the owl comes back. Um, and
Yeah.
then yeah, it's like I always say, just go into another meditation and meet
Yeah.
the owl and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's
it is a very intense meditation. Thank you.
oh, well, intense in a good way, I hope.
Very, yes, very much so. Yes, very good. Thank
Ooh.
you. Thank you.
No, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it, and thank you for coming as well. Would anyone else like to share? I'm not on a time limit, so you guys have at it. How are you,
Um,
Lucinda?
Hi. It was very interesting when I arrived at the spring, um, and I stepped into the water, and then it went really, really deep, and I ended up being face to face with a dragon, which is not a common animal I see in my spaces. So it felt like a dragon of Cymraeg, like it felt very much of the land. And and we just were face to face, and there was sort of like a greeting of foreheads. And then I was lying on his back, and it was like a great relief. It felt like it wasn't all up to me anymore. I could just let go, and he brought me back up to the surface. And I hold the relief, that feeling of support and relief was it's not something I have a lot of in my life, so it was very lovely. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, and what a perfect example of going with what comes up as well, Because I didn't put a dragon in there. That's, or an owl. These are all you. And this is what I love about these things. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Lucinda. Thank you. Would anyone else like to share?
I can share. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that would be lovely, Susie. I can hear you.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So when I came out of a cave, which I've been in before, and I came through the door, I was in this great open field, and there was a unicorn waiting for me. This big white flowy unicorn, which is on one of my family crests. So I think that was something I wanted to see maybe. And then my attachment to that area is actually my great 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 grandmother, whose name is Minerva. So when you said Sulis, it made me think of that because of Sulis Minerva. And then when I went into the circle, the spiral, when I got to the cauldron, it was actually me. Like when I came out of the spring, I wasn't white when I went in there, and I came out in like a tan color. And then when I went into the circle, it was like an older version of me who I saw. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Thank
Ooh,
you.
wow. That's so cool. I love hearing people's journeys. This is the nicest thing. Thank you so much for sharing, Susie. Thank you. Anybody else? Sandy, you look like you were going to say something.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I fell sound asleep. I mean, out cold. I don't even remember anything. I mean,
Oh,
I was
wow.
so deep in I don't know where. So I look forward to the recording so I can do it all over again.
Oh, that's
I just
amazing.
conked out. Yeah, so I felt like I've just slept for a couple of hours.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you know what? That
Good.
happens in my sound circles as well. People fall asleep. It's the theta
Yeah.
brainwave. You sort of like
Yeah.
you're teetering on the cusp, and like
Yeah.
if you're a bit if your body decides actually I'm going to take this opportunity to have some deep rest,
Yeah.
your body knows
Yeah.
best. Body knows
Right, 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 right. So thank you. I love listening to it all, and it was really enjoyable.
Oh, thank you for coming. I hope it was a restful rest. A restful
Yeah,
rest? Yeah. A deep
definitely,
rest. Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you, Sandy. How about everyone else? How we feeling?
I'd be happy to share. I've been doing a lot of work with water lately, so I found going into the pool incredibly cleansing, and particularly the waterfall part. I felt that kind of raking through at a cellular level, which was really amazing. And then when I went through the stone circle, I felt like I could actually feel the cool stones on my hands, which was really amazing. I didn't quite fall asleep, but I was definitely in that kind of theta like level, which was amazing. And then when I got to the cauldron, I was met there with my soul self. So I've been doing quite a lot of work recently and connecting with her, and I'm not quite sure. I just got this very sense. I've not got a clear idea of what she looks like or anything yet, but it was definitely her there at the cauldron, which was that was quite amazing too. And there was something about apple trees all the way through, and apple trees just keep popping up at the moment all over the place for me. So I don't know what that means, but it's been going through. So thank you very much. That was wonderful.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, amazing. There's like a collective consciousness, like symbology around apple and wisdom and things like that, isn't there? And it's funny because I think two people have mentioned, like, I think it was the owl made me think of, or the wise owl, and in the Galwr Elfennau, the calling the elements, the last line of each verse is "and all the wisdom that you carry." So it's just interesting. I've noticed there's a wisdom thing going in, so that's nice. Yeah. But it's always important as well, I think, to find out your personal symbology with it as well. It might be wisdom, but it might have like another layer for you. So it's always good to like go back in and find out. So you'll always leave these sessions with homework, I'm afraid. So that's just how it goes. Oh, thank you. Did anyone else want to go before we power down? I don't even know your name, but iPhone lady. No, can't unmute now. First you can mute, now you can't get back. This is exactly what happened to me on the phone last night. We give you a minute, it's okay.
There we are. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you.
So yeah, it was all really interesting and a different level of meditation for me. I found I don't know, I felt like I was just walking it as though I was a bit of an out of body experience, as though it was really interesting. And then when I came to the cauldron, it was an old me. I recognized what I'm going to look like in years to come. It's really, really interesting.
Wow, that seems to be a theme as well this evening, doesn't it?
Yeah, more like, kind of like a blend of grandparents, I suppose. Yeah, so it was kind of like that nurturing, feeling for me.
That's so wild. Right, I'm going to tell you why it's wild, right? Because an hour before we started, and I'm going through the actual I have a process, I won't bore you with it. But this crone like woman kept coming in, and my logical brain, because I study like Welsh mythology, my logical brain was saying to me, but Cerridwen isn't a crone, she's actually a mother in the stories. She has two children, that's what she's brewing the potion of Awen for. So my logical brain was like, well, no, there isn't a crone, so I'm not going to do that. And then I had another moment where I had like this grandmother energy come through, where it was, so you know the bit, you might not remember, you might, I don't know, but the bit where I said it feels like an old friend. That's because I was trying to, so my logical mind was trying to avoid putting the crone archetype on Cerridwen, but it wanted to be grandmother. It wanted to be the comfort of a grandmother. I'm also a little bit like, maybe I'm a little bit too cautious sometimes, because with grandparents, you know, there's always the possibility that somebody's lost their grandparent. So I'm like, I don't want to upset anyone. So I think, you know, I think you've actually like caught on to something there that I was like, my logical mind was like, no, but spirit was like, yes.
What's really bizarre is I'm pregnant at the minute, so it was very nurturing. So it was like, oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
lovely. You know, we start in our grandmother's womb.
I know.
Technically.
That's why I'm going to get emotional. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Gyfarchiadau.
Diolch.
Oh. Oh, what a lovely
Need
session.
to
No,
mute
no,
it again now.
you mute away, darling. It's okay. See, if we were in person, I'd just be giving you a hug. Oh, okay. Well, what a lovely ending to meet. I'm really glad that we shared, and yeah, sometimes it's a little bit nerve-wracking doing the whole sharing thing, but I think it's worth it sometimes. Yeah. Anywho, noswaith da pawb. Good evening, everyone. And
Diolch yn fawr.
yeah, diolch yn fawr I ti. Like, honestly, it means so much to have people come to the live as well, because like, it just means a lot. And I hope you get plenty out of the replay as well. Feel free to rinse and repeat as much as you like. It'll go on a private YouTube link, so you'll have access to it for like a few months before it comes down. So you can do it as many times as you like. And yeah, again, diolch yn fawr pawb. I will see you soon, I hope.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.